What's up, everybody, man? This is Chris, yours truly from That Square Sports Podcast, and today we are doing the Dallas Cowboys. Pretty much in short, if you're a Cowboys fan, I know I'm probably gonna get ridiculed. There's never a right pick for the Cowboys. There's always whatever Jerry Jones says goes, right? So check me out. Right now, the Cowboys are picking at 24, 56, 88, 27, 66, 166, 175, and 201. With a total of 3, 6. They have 7 picks in this draft. The mock draft has them getting Andrew Booth Jr. out of Clemson, Travis Jones out of UConn, Smoke Monday out of Auburn. All 3 of these picks are actually pretty legit. I'm not going to lie to you, they're really, really good. I think that Andrew Booth will be gone before the 24th pick. I think Travis Jones actually gets picked up early in the second round, and I think Smoke Monday will be there in the third round. I do have different picks for them, but the mock, I'm not going to go against that. I like their mock. I will tell you mine here in a second, but breaking it down, I think Andrew Booth is a very solid corner. I don't think that he's the top priority for the Cowboys right away. I do have them taking a defensive back in my mock, but not so soon. Not so soon in this draft. I actually have it flipped. I would have more of an interior D lineman taken first before I go, of course, and take me a cornerback. Travis Jones is a good fit for the Cowboys just because I think interior D line, they need that. And Smoke Monday being added, definitely Smoke Monday. This is just a good safety in general, outside of, Hamilton being the top safety. It's a huge gap in between. So for me, though, I have the Cowboys getting 2 players, but I'm going to go with one more favorite because I think he's going to be there at 24. I have them getting David Njoku out of Michigan primarily, but I don't think he's going to be there. So I have them getting Trayvon Walker out of Georgia, 6'5", 275, junior class, 4.5 speed, big dude. Obviously, he played at Georgia, The whole defense was elite. I feel like the Cowboys need to grab him tag teaming on the line, defensive end. I think that's a good fit for him, especially if David is not there out of Michigan. This is the next best fit for you guys. So this would be the mock going forward. This is what I have. So Trayvon Walker coming out of Georgia. Once again, dude is really good. Position ranks got him at 14. Games where he's highlighted out the most to me: Georgia, Michigan, of course the Alabama game, the first and the second one. Also another game that he was really good in was the Florida game too. On top of that, he was really good in the Florida game. So seeing Trayvon Walker there at 24, I think that's a great pick. And I know a lot of Cowboy fans are going to be like, no, we need to build up our secondary. Well, I believe in that. You have a great pass rush. Your secondary can be a little bit below average and still come out looking good. Due to the pass rush, if it's going to be pretty hectic, then all right then. At 56, I have the Cowboys grabbing Kobe Bryant. Kobe with a C, not a K. R.I.P. Kobe. Kobe Bryant, 6'1", 191, senior class, 4.5 speed, position rank 17. Kobe Bryant out of Cincinnati, he really stepped up on the scene towards his junior and senior year. He's not like his counterpart, but the only reason why I say that he's going to get drafted this high in the second round is because, the other corner was so good that they had to force themselves to throw the ball against this guy, and he did not disappoint. Deflected 11 passes, 3 picks, 44 total tackles, 34 solo tackles. So he's good in space. He can hold his own. Doesn't give up a lot of touchdowns. This guy kind of fits the need at corner. He's a true corner, Trayvon Diggs takes way too many risks for the Cowboys in their secondary. So I gotta get somebody that can at least, not be a roaming corner, actually legit play man coverage and press. Just get up on them. So I really like Kobe Bryant at this pick for the Cowboys at 56. Just for the simple fact that he can do this right here. He can hold their own and just pretty much lock in on a receiver. At 88, I have 2 favorites at wide receiver for the Cowboys. I am going to go wide receiver. I'm going to go offense. Due to Amari Cooper just found out the news a couple days ago that he will be probably being released. So why not get a receiver to replace him? I have Justin Ross going here, but I'm leaning more towards Reggie Robinson Jr. out of SMU. Simple reason why. Let me read the accolades: 6 foot, 200 and 4.5 speed, position rank 20. The reason why I like him, especially coming out, is not only does he like accelerate super fast, he's like a this is a good way to put this. Tyler Lockett meets a Terry McLaurin type player. He is good. One-on-one, you can't stop him. Eligible enough to just get right past defenders, really good. Route runner, possession receiver, over the top receiver. You name it, this guy does it all, especially at SMU. You want to watch a highlight, U of H game, North Texas game, of course, my alma mater. Then you've got the Tulsa game. Games like that, he just unloads on them. And I think this is a big need, especially, with Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb. He's probably going to step up and be the number one now. You get him, you kind of just have him come in. Doesn't have to do too much. Does just enough. You know what I mean? Just enough to where he manages his position and his role in that Cowboys offense. I think Kellen Moore is probably not going to, what's what I'm looking for, utilize him as much. I think Kellen Moore's going to lean more towards the running game this year. But that being said, I think that this receiver, if he's there, great value pick. Pretty much is adding more fuel to the fire at the receiver position for the Cowboys. Number 127, the 4th round pick, I have them getting Brian Robinson out of the University of Alabama. First things first, 6'1", 226 pounds, senior class. He's number 6 out of the running backs, 4.5 speed. I don't think that Kenneth Walker's going to be there. I don't think that Isaiah Spiller's going to be there. I don't think that Bryce Hall is going to be there. So with that being said, I have him actually a little higher than some of those guys that I just named. Not as far, but just like right in the same range. Granted, he did play at Bama, so Bama's a more completed team than everyone else, which is true. But prior to this going in, I'm going to tell you straight up, I was not a fan of this guy in the beginning of the season. No chance. But as I watch Bama play throughout their whole year, I think him running behind Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, dude, I think that he would be a perfect fit. And a lot of you probably going to be like, why are you thinking about getting a running back in the 4th round for the Cowboys? Why are you not going defense? You need to go defense. You need to go defense. Listen, hear me out. Reason why I bring that up is Zeke's getting a little older. Tony Pollard is in his last year of his contract. Why not bring in some competition? Why not bring in people? Why not bring in a bigger running back, more physical running back, a more third down running back? He's just as fast as Tony. There's a little bit more weight on him than Tony. Why not bring him in? And it's going to make Tony Pollard work a little bit harder. It's going to make Zeke work a little bit harder when you draft a running back. Just saying, in general. He doesn't even have to really take the field until like mid-season, but the way Zeke's been going down recently and how he's been playing, he's been, one game he's good, one game he's off and on. It's just, you need consistency in running back. That's what you need. And I think this guy brings consistency to them. And plus on top of that, I think that he gets better as the season goes on. That's the thing that I like about him. Plus on top of that, receptions, he can catch out the backfield. He looks a little bit more smoother than Zeke does catching the ball at the backfield. That's just my opinion on that one, especially if he's there at 127, I grab him. Pick number 166. I think the position that the Cowboys are bleeding at the most is tight end, and they need to get this guy named Greg Dulcich. Greg Dulcich. I messed his name up, I know I did. But the guy at UCLA, tight end, 6'4", 248, Junior, runs a 4.6. He's 11 ranked in this position. I think he should be way higher than that. He's a player where you really want to watch him excel. Stanford game, USC game, LSU game, Oregon game. He gets open. Listen to this, y'all. His average receiving yard as a tight end is 17.3 yards. I don't know about y'all, but let me tell y'all something right now. If anybody this guy can comp to He is a Vernon Davis mixed with a little bit of Antonio Gates. And that right there says enough. I think those guys are both Hall of Famers. I'm not saying he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but what I'm saying is that a great value pick this late in the draft. They need to address tight end, a more athletic tight end. Basically, that's what I think. And he'll help out with the receiving core because he can actually play off the line, So that's something that's really exciting for them as well, especially getting this guy in this Cowboys offense. There's so many gadgets and tools you can use with him. It's kind of fun. It kind of makes me kind of a little bit ecstatic a little bit. It's like playing Madden where you get a oversized tight end, but he's a little bit quicker. And you're like, shoot, man, just formation him out and just see if the safety has to come down and get him. Speaking of that, going forward, we're going to go at pick 175 in the 5th round. Jalen Thompson out of SMU, offensive lineman. Guys, you need it. You need a guard. You need a guard. I think that this is a pick where you kind of bridge in the gap a little bit, just a protection pick. I don't think he gets signed to a major deal here, maybe like a 2-year contract. He's 6'5", 326, senior, 5 flat basically is what he ran in the 40. Not the best guard in the draft, but I think that if he's around the Zach Martins and the Tyron Smith, he's going to learn a lot. He's going to get better. He's going to get great. It's more of a mental player than he is, But at SMU, spread offense, kind of what the Cowboys run. He's really quick, upbeat, fast. He can drive, hold. He's got a guy. He sits down. He sits a lot of players down. He sits at that guard position really well. A lot of highlights to me, really, to be honest with you, the time where he went against, I think it's Logan Hall out of University of Houston. When he lined up inside a couple of times and came across him, he held his own. He held his own against him. That's why I give Jalen Thompson some credit on that. But seeing forward, I don't think that he's going to be a primary impact player for the Cowboys right away. But this is a good value pick. I'm not saying he's going to be the best player on the board, but I know they need to address offensive line, and why not grab an offensive lineman like this? And last but not least, picking at 201 to wrap up the draft, Brad Hawkins out of Michigan. This is a pick that I love, especially if the Cowboys can get him. Free safety, 6'1", 210, Michigan, speed time, 4.6. He is a hitter. He is a hitter. He loves contact. Keanu Neal, who plays for the Cowboys, is getting older. Why not bring in a guy like Brad Hawkins, who can sit behind the great Keanu Neal, the only man who actually hit Derrick Henry and made him fall down twice? This is the perfect player for that. Brad Hawkins is one of those type players. The hit he put on Garrett Wilson, the hit he puts on Chris Olave in the Ohio State Michigan game, especially this last season, dude. I'm telling you, guys like him. That whole Michigan defense was amazing, but that back end of the Michigan defense is what made it even more sweeter, is because of that. These guys know what to do if a great pass rush is coming. Kind of what I was alluding to earlier, what I was saying about, oh, you guys, we need to get corner right away. Well, not necessarily. If you get Trayvon Walker, then you get Kobe Bryant, and you turn around and get Brad Hawkins in this draft. I think that you're not only making it better for yourself as a defensive coordinator, you're thinking long term. And I think Dan Quinn is going to love these three guys coming in their defensive scheme going forward in the future. And this is the vision that I think that Dan Quinn has. If he's got a young free safety position, Brad Hawkins, this is going to be somebody who's going to be all over the field, and he's a hitter. He's going to make receivers think twice about catching that dang ball. That's just my opinion on that one. Definitely, you know what, Cowboy fans, I know y'all are going to kill me in the comments as always, but I'm from Dallas. Leave me alone. I got a 214 phone number. Back off. I grew up on the east side of the city. I just want to say straight up, to be honest with you, though, I think the Cowboys going forward, this is a pretty solid draft for them. A couple of guys that I got, I just wanted to mix and match and see what you guys think. I might change the mock a little bit, but key things that I'm sticking with that Trayvon Walker, Kobe Bryant, Brian Robinson for sure, Greg out of UCLA, of course, Brad Hawkins for sure. Like I said, you guys can go back and forth with Reggie Robinson or Justin Ross, whichever one you want to go with on that. I think that's going to be fine with that, whether it's the receiver position. But all else fails, Cowboys going to do what Cowboys do. Probably losing the second round of the playoffs like they always do every year. I'm just messing with you. Hey, anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.